What's going on YouTube? In this video, I want to talk about how email marketing is going to reach $18 billion in revenue by 2027. And this is exactly why you want to get into this space. Before we dive in, if you're someone that's stuck in your business, you don't know if you should do email copywriting, email closing, or setting. You don't know where to find clients, how to get clients on calls, how to close clients on calls, how to fulfill the service when you finally do land your first deal. I recommend you book a free call below, and me or one of my team members will meet with you and we'll point you in the right direction, give you massive clarity, and then we'll also chat about our hybrid freelance machine mentorship program if it makes sense for your current life situation financially or your current setup. Don't forget to get into our free Facebook group below. We'd love to have you inside, where you can start networking with people that have the same mentality as you. They want to get the hell out of their jobs and finally be free making money online. Now, I talk to new copywriters all the time, and one of the biggest things I hear from them, which is totally reasonable, they're just getting started, is they doubt that there's any demand for the service. There absolutely is. This year alone, there'll be about $11 billion in revenue generated from email. Email is one of the biggest foundation pieces of the internet itself. It's not going anywhere. It's a simple communication channel. Just like mail that gets sent to your physical address isn't going anywhere anytime soon. As long as there's places people live, there will be mail being sent to them, promotional mail. Same thing with email. It's not going anywhere. In fact, it's growing. In about 4 years from now, it's set to be at around $18 billion. Why do I push email copywriting so much? Because the demand is there. It's easy to get started as long as you can land your first client, right? The hardest part of the process is landing the client. The easy part is doing the service. It's easy to write simple emails that take 20 to 30 minutes to write each. That's easy. You can learn how to do that on the fly. The hard part is getting the client up front. But if you have the work ethic, you're willing to push through waiting, push through the rejection, then you're going to start making a lot of money from a single retainer. Or if you do a commission deal, the sky's the limit with how much you can make off a commission deal. It's an easy business model to get started. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. You make large checks when you do land your retainer. You know, a lot of people are obsessed with the quick sales. You know, they'll start doing e-commerce. They'll make a couple sales, make $5 profit, $10 profit, $3 profit. But here's the problem with that. It's not a lot of money. How many sales you got to make a full-time income in e-commerce? These guys flexing all these screenshots about their revenue all over the social media, but they're only making 10% of that as profit. When you get paid in email, it's 100% profit. I mean, obviously you have some sort of cost sometimes, like software, but that's super minimal. It's basically 100% profit. It's your cash cow that can get you out of your job. Then when you get out of your job, you can play around with all of those dopamine hitting business models like e-commerce, affiliate marketing, trading, the ones that make those quick, fast sales. Worry about those later, after you've established a solid foundational income that can pay your bills, fund your lifestyle. Then you can do those riskier businesses. So the sky's the limit. The only reason you don't have the clients you want right now is because you haven't outreached enough. And if you have outreached enough that you should have had a client by now, it's probably an issue with your messaging. There's three main pillars in any email marketing campaign. It's messaging, targeting, and volume. If you're missing either one of those three, your campaign won't work. But at least you now know what you need to be focused on in your campaign, and understand that $11 billion will be generated this year, and there's $18 billion going to be generated by 2027. The market is huge. You just need to go out there, get your name out there so that they know you exist. People will not pay you money if they do not know you exist. I don't care if you cold email, cold DM, or cold call. Whatever you got to do to get your clients, just go out and do it. You got to work hard to make money online. It's not get rich quick. Those days are over. The days where you could get rich quick off of a very, very simple funnel, those days are long gone. The market is much more sophisticated. Another thing I want to bring up is, remember this. You might get overwhelmed, but you have to understand this fact. Every email that you test, whether you test to your own list, you test to a client's list, you find it from someone else that tested it already, stockpile the emails. Build up a database. That's going to boost your confidence, because if you have a database of hundreds of emails that you know every single one of those emails did well, you can literally come into any business and just plug and play them into that business. That's a skill set you learned, aka you stockpiled. Now you can use it. Your confidence will be through the roof. The more emails you test and stockpile, the more valuable you become. So if you have no emails under your belt, you don't even know what emails are going to work and what subject lines work, all that, you have work to do. You got to get your first client and start collecting that information, collect that data. And the more you collect, the more you can charge later, or the easier it will be to land other clients. Data is king in this business. Collecting what is already working, and you will become unstoppable. Think about this. The horde of people that are competing with you. There is a horde. Lots of people want to be copywriters. Tons of people want to start their own online businesses. And it's very easy to get discouraged because you think that there's just too much competition out there. Well, I'm going to break it to you. There is a ton of competition. But the more data you get that is above those people, the more your business moat grows, the harder it is for them to compete with you. And that's all you should be focused on in your business anyway. How do you get so fucking good no one can compete with you? Always be asking yourself that. Be a professional and the money will pour in. Again, if you're someone that's looking for hand-holding support, you're just stuck and you're looking for clarity, I recommend you book that free strategy call below, super low pressure call. We do not hard sell on those calls. And then also don't forget to get into our free Facebook group below where you can learn some stuff we're not sharing here on YouTube, as well as network with your tribe.